Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to Not Real RTCW. Well, you might be able to tell, as you get into this video, we're actually with default RTCW for a change. So, as you'll see, we're in default RTCW multiplayer, looking at a map that I mentioned in the playthrough of Shadow of the Ancestors, City of Lost Children. Now, at first I tried to get this to work with real RTCW, but it didn't. I just tried to then get it to work with normal RTCW single player, and it didn't work. And then I realised why that was. It's because it's not a single player map, it's a multiplayer map, that's what it is. So, yeah, let's see if we can get it working. And you know what? Since it is a map that I've never seen before, screw it. Let's do it. Let's just take another little old sort of RTCW multiplayer map spotlight. So yes, the graphics quality is definitely not going to be up to the usual that you'd expect from real RTCW in this video. But hey, you know, it's interesting nonetheless. And also, I don't know how the aspect ratio actually with this video will look. There might be black bars, because obviously, you know how old RTCW is. Sometimes when you change the resolution, it can be a bit weird. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Overview, 1942, the Allied forces captured the city. Axis forces must clear the path and restore this place. There's a dark Allied QG, where there is all war plan and map of Himmler's projects. So, enjoy the game. Here, 2005. Interesting overview. Alright, objective 1. Secondary, defend first street barrier, but be careful, Axis forces can use the telepheric zone? I don't know what that means. So hang on, are we playing as the Allies here? It looks like it. Objective 2, primary, defend second street barrier, keep clear the zone, Axis forces mustn't capture this book. Primary objective, if the Axis forces steal the book, you must stop them from transmitting the password. Primary objective, prevent Axis forces from destroying the upper door, car it open. A new path to the boat. Methinks that the person who made this map probably wasn't an English speaker, but hey. Defend the wall to the boat. Secondary objective, capture centre flag and weaken Axis forces. Okay, we probably want to play maybe as Axis to begin with, especially as an Axis engineer or something, just to, you know, so we can bust through some of these. So as usual, we're just going to do like a, you know, a little map spotlight and all that. The Ron Perlman Street we're on, apparently. So, fun fact about this particular multiplayer map, it's actually based, apparently, on a movie of the same name, a French film called City of Lost Children, something like that. I have never heard of this film before, so I don't know what it's about or anything like that, but I mean, initial impressions looks kind of interesting, doesn't it? Right, Ron Perlman Street, what's down here? Is that the door that can be opened? No. We're in the street to the just the street to the That's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. Nowhere else. Oh my goodness, look at this area. There's water down there. God. I mean, it looks like definitely some interesting effort was put into this, not gonna lie. Just with the amount of weird stuff going on in it. You know, all these structures and little hidey holes and walkways and things by the looks of it. So, Axis spawn here, obviously they've got to blow that way, so maybe I should just do that very quickly. Ouch. Good lord. Throw that down there. So this is actually a very easy objective for the Axis to fulfill. I imagine the Allies pretty much won't be able to stop them from doing this. That's planted near Barrier 1, so that's obviously the main route. I guess this up here is meant to just be an oversight location, an overlook, so that if any Allied engineers try to come down here to defuse dynamite, Axis players could just sit up here and just snipe them. So yeah, you probably want to get some snipers up here, some SMGs probably. There is, though, a machine gun nest down there, so I imagine... Whoa! They just blew myself up. So I imagine the Allies will be trying to get to that very quickly, so that way, when this blows, they can just try and pin Axis players down at spawn. But then again, that depends on... I can't remember with default RTCW multiplayer how the spawn system works in terms of, do you have temporary invulnerability when you spawn? I can't remember. Because obviously it would be a bit of a pain in the arse for the Axis team if an Allied machine gunner just sets up... Well, actually, having said that, no. I just realised that half-track is right in the way, isn't it? Okay, actually, no. The machine gun can probably stop anyone coming down the street, but it's not going to stop anyone from going down there, really, is it? Or it's going to have a hard time, because it's not really got much of a field of fire, has it? God, what am I talking about? I did not even register the fact there was a half-track right there. Just blocking the arc of fire. Okay, so I imagine probably the majority of Axis players will seek to come down this way first. So I guess the way they're going to do it is go along these walkways around these strange structures, whatever they're meant to be. These weird, like, I don't know, what are they supposed to be? Like, just, I don't know, weird cylindrical housing things? I don't know. So this then comes over here. It looks like you can sort of go down below, because there are platforms down there, so we might have to investigate below in a bit. Ooh. Oh, telepheric spot. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Do we need to put dynamite here? Is this another objective? Let's have a look. So, put that there. Now, yeah, there's that allied, the machine gun nest that the allies will be going for. Okay. So, there's a door there. That goes down. Is this the main square thing? Aha. Centre flag. So I wonder if this probably resets the Axis spawn point. Maybe what we'll do is, hold on, let me just get blown up, and then I'll see where I respawn. Do I respawn by the flag? That is the curious question that I have in mind. Stand right on top of it, there we go. Yeah, we'll just respawn as an Axis engineer in 10 seconds. That's good. And we'll see what the deal is. Right, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Right. Yeah, we did spawn here. Okay. So capturing that does reset the Axis spawn. So that's probably going to be what the Axis want to do right away. Okay, that door... Wait. Blow that door open? No. What's the deal with that then? Can you not blast it from that side? Or this side, rather? You have to blast it from the other side? That might be a thing you have to do. Alright, so we'll sort of stick on the surface for the time being and just see where that goes before we go sort of down a level. Another machine gun nest there, which no doubt is covering this path down here. God, this is a really interesting looking map, this, not going to lie. I would love to see this turn into a single player map, it would be pretty awesome. You know, station a few Nazi soldiers around. Could be very interesting, couldn't it? Alright, maybe actually, let me just have a look around here, because obviously you can go through this way. Has that blown that open? Has not blown that open, interestingly. Oh yeah, look. So you see, this machine gun doesn't really have much of a arc of fire. It just fires like that. One thing is, though, obviously machine guns in default RTCW multiplayer don't have an overheat like they do in enemy territory. So you could theoretically just keep firing like this and causing huge damage to any Axis player going through there. And you could have maybe a teammate just here covering the machine gunner in case anyone tries to come around there and snipe them down. And you could probably cause a huge amount of damage to any Axis forces coming through. Right, looks like we need to go down, don't we? Yeah, have to go down. Alright, so where should we go down then? Let's go down around this way. So this will be an initial site of a pretty intense battle, potentially. Depends how fast the Axis can bust through. So then we go down. Ooh, is this like a sewer or something by the looks of it? God, I really like the looks of this map, it just looks so good. Look at these waterways, like these little planks, things that go like this. Okay, so it looks like there's probably multiple routes for the Axis to really get to their objectives. Under the centre, okay. There are places for them to climb out the water as well if they get knocked in. You are near the wall. Ah! Okay, this needs destroying, clearly. So the Axis have to blast through here, so this is where they have to get to. So they could try sort of swimming, I guess. Or like climbing maybe along these crates to try and split the Allied forces. Interesting. So yeah, they could sort of come down here. They could alternatively sort of come down here as well. Oh god. Oh, I wonder where that goes actually. Down here. Where does this come out? Must be another under area. Okay. So they could try swimming down here to be a bit more sneaky, I guess. Can't obviously get onto there. Right, Axis forces have destroyed the wall. We can get out here though, can't we? Whoop. If I don't accidentally jump right over it, as I just did again. Yep. God. It sort of automatically is trying to push me forward. There we go. So yeah, they could... Axis forces could try and sort of mess with the Allied defenders by getting them to split here, potentially. Barrier number 2. Ah, this needs destroying, I see. But we want to destroy that then, don't we? Yeah, that. So it's... Is it about 15 minutes, isn't it, that the Axis get? Oh, there's a path up there. Where does that go? Let's have a look here. Ooh. Oh, just an upper area, I guess? Oh. Yeah, near the door. Another thing that can be destroyed. Okay, so Axis team's probably going to need a lot of engineers on this one, aren't they? Oh yeah, but... Oh god, there's another machine gun nest there. Okay, so there's a few machine guns littered around that I suppose the Allies are meant to use, or to try to get to. Okay, well that's down. Second barrier, out. Destroy this as well. Oh, wow, that just went right through there, and I can't even get that. Oh, wait.
Dynamite planted.
Nope, never mind. I can arm the dynamite through the gate, apparently. That's something that can be done. Right, we destroyed the wall down there. So, hang on, let me just see. So we've busted through this
Objective taken.
password book. We've got it. Okay. So let me just look at the objectives again. Sort of figure out what it is that we're doing. Break door, open a new path. That's that door there. I see. Wall must be destroyed. Enter into the boat zone. That's probably the way out, isn't it? Exfiltration through there. Alright, so we just destroyed the open door. So what does that do for the Axis then? It opens a path around here. Or around the back. Oh, here we go. Can I bust through that? How does one bust through this thing? Can I just use a grenade for that, or...? Let's have a look. Because the other place before I couldn't really blast through, but... Okay, you just need the grenade for that, I see. So you can bust through here. My god, look at the size of this map! Well, there's the boat. I imagine that's what we escape on. The Axis team, that is. God, this is a very complex map, this, isn't it? God, I do love it. God, like I say, I would love to see this turn into a single-player map. It's just awesome. It's just like very industrial sort of buildings. A lot of effort clearly must have gone into this in order to make it work. Right, you can't go through there though. So that's a path round to where the boat is. So the wall down here, does that also just go through to the boat? I'm assuming so. Yeah, it does. Okay, so there's two routes by which the Axis can get to the boat. Through here or up there. So I would imagine an Axis team probably would want to split up in order to try and mess with the Allied team a bit. Oh, well, there's just a machine gun nest in here. Covers the staircase. Can it blast through the windows? Oh, you can. That's interesting. I mean, you don't get much of a field of fire there, but... Oh, wait. Is that something the Axis are meant to climb up? Interesting. Okay. So there's like a hidden machine gun here that the Allies could be using. Now, big house. Just in this big house. Oh, up there. God, where are we going? God, there's a lot to this map, isn't there? There's a real lot to it. Holy shit. Oh, we came out here. Oh, that's now open. Okay, so it just loops around back through here. So I guess if the Axis wanted to, they could use a grenade, blast through there, then get through to here. But obviously you have to watch out for that machine gun there, which the Allies probably can take over. So there's a lot of machine guns around, a lot of MG42s that clearly are designed for Allied use. So the Allies, wherever they are going to want to make extensive use of the machine guns, because I feel like they're going to have to, because they're going to get their forces really split on this map, trying to hold back the enemy team. Alright, so the sorry, not the Allies, the Axis rather, can go in here to get into the boat. Oh no, look at this fucking interior though. Can't go through there. Is it... Oh, it's a little automatic elevator. Nice. So yeah, they can go here. Do we have to go up to the bridge or something? Is that what we have to do? How do we get upstairs? There must be a way, right? Aha! Here. So is this the bridge? Looks like the bridge, doesn't it? Oh yeah, it's the bridge. So again, you transmit from there and that's how the Axis win. Okay. What an interesting little map that was. Very curious. Okay, so kind of just want to see it from the Allied perspective now. Where do they spawn? Yeah, we'll go as Allied Engineer. Okay, it's just on the warm-up match. Oh, so they spawn literally right here to begin with. So, wow. They could get onto that machine gun nest very quickly and just be doing this. Holy crap. So can they actually just put a flag on there? Well, no, they don't need to. What am I thinking? Alright, so yeah. The two teams basically spawn right practically next to each other. So the Allies definitely want to get a machine gunner on here straight away. And they want to get shooting over there to stop anyone, or at least try and do some initial damage to anyone trying to run off over in that direction. Just soften them up a bit, and also to try and cover this area in case they blast through that barricade. Obviously, if the Axis do blast through that barricade, probably what you'll then want is an Allied machine gunner here, and probably a couple of other Allied troops just here to try and protect the machine gunner, ensure nobody can sort of try and flank round the half track to sort of put the Allied machine gunner under pressure. I would imagine anyway. There's an alleyway, does this go somewhere? No, it goes around the back. Oh. Wait, where does this freaking go? God, the scholars are like little nooks and crannies, hasn't it? Like, where are we going? Here? What's this area? Oh. That's the thing that leads out into the other area back there. I see, it takes you out over here, into this part of the map. Very interesting. Then you've got the centre area up here as well. God, this... Holy shit, I wonder how long this map took to build. Just feels like there's so much to it, that's all. Yeah. Alright, so getting back to some tactical analysis here. If I can sprint jump across to that. Oh, there we go, grabbed it. So yeah, back here to where the flag is, right. So yeah, the Allies are probably going to have to really split their team from the off. They're going to have to get a couple of guys over here, one on the machine gun, just to cover that. And then they're probably going to want to then concentrate, I would imagine, most of their defence initially over this area to shoot anyone coming over there. So you might want snipers, maybe a field ops, or a lieutenant as technically they're known in RTCW multiplayer. Field ops obviously is a enemy territory thing. Now, it looks like you can go downstairs if you drop down onto these platforms. So, I imagine there must be a reason why these are here. To let you oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. That's instant death down there. So that's actually a naturally defensible point. Because I was wondering there, could the Axis potentially jump down into that water? And would it therefore potentially open up another route for them? I'm not sure. So the answer to that is no. So basically, to begin with, the Axis have two lines of approach. Either they go down the main street by blasting through the barricade, or they try going around the walkways beyond the main street. So obviously... Whoa. Wait, what? Oh, it spawned me here now. That's curious. Why did it spawn me there and not back over towards the flag? Interesting choice. Don't know why that was, but sure. Okay. Also, it looks like you can wander along these cables. Oh, you can climb up onto here. Oh, so that's how you get to this machine gun nest. Yeah, there's quite a few of those like little cables and whatever they are, crisscrossing between certain points. They probably enable access, don't they, to different areas. Okay. So with this, you could probably cover that, as well as covering down here. Oh, God. But you... Oh, God, I am a bit stuck on the geometry there. You have to crouch to get off that machine gun. Good Lord. Is there something over there you can stand on? Oh. Ouch. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, well, we're learning a lot. God, I could spend a load of time just looking at this map, doing a little spotlight on it. So I'm thinking, you know, from an Axis point of view, what sort of weapons would you want? You probably would definitely want an Axis lieutenant, or two, at least, to get throwing some airstrikes down on the Allied spawn positions, or close to them, so it really just creates chaos for the Allies. Probably would also want some Panzerfausts, as well as maybe some, you know, Mausers, and machine gunners of your own. I think really the Axis team probably just wants a real mix of stuff, just to give them some real offensive power straight off the bat. Like I say, they'll need plenty of engineers, though, for a map like this. There's another cable over there. It doesn't really go anywhere. Okay. So I'm just looking around. So the Allies can even, like, jump over here and just try and immediately get into the Axis spawn point if they wanted to, but I don't know why you'd want to do that. It all depends on what the answer is to that question I had about whether or not, you know, you have momentary invulnerability when you spawn. So there's like some options for weird parkour here. Oh, never mind. So basically I think if you fall down here onto one of these platforms, as far as I can tell, you're basically screwed because there's no way off them by the looks of it, unless you can... Can you sprint jump over to one of those ones? It doesn't look like it. Thing is, my stamina recharges very, very slowly, so I'm going to have to wait a while just to test this out. Let's have a look here. Whoa, careful. Here, so you definitely can't fall into the water, because that's just impossible. No, that doesn't look like it goes anywhere. Never mind. Alright, so I thought the Allies were initially going to spawn by that flagpole, but maybe they only spawn there the first time, and then after that they spawn back here. So, yeah. That's probably gives the Allies an initial advantage if they can just sort of hold the Axis at their spawn point for long enough to let the clock run down quite a fair amount. But eventually the Axis are going to push forward, and then obviously if Allied troops start dying, I assume basically they then start spawning there, and then the tide starts to turn against them. So yeah, you just got to find ways to... Well, how do you get to that machine gun nest over there? Is that over here, maybe? How you get to it? Let's have a look here. See if I can just find the route. Down into there. That's barrier 2. If I do this, yeah, I can jump onto here. So I can get onto this little walkway here, across here. Yeah, this looks like it goes through to here. You see? Okay, so as soon as they start spawning over there, I'm guessing the Allies basically have to really split their forces between all these machine guns. Because these machine guns are in sort of positions where it's difficult for the Axis to sort of get to them without being absolutely slaughtered. So yeah, this gives an arc of fire down to there in case any engineers get to that one. You can also shoot anyone who's up there as well, or shoot anyone down there. Okay. So yeah, you probably want to get a couple of Allied troops here, one on the machine gun, one maybe with just an SMG or a rifle or something, just to pick off other guys. Support the machine gunner. So that's obviously an MG that covers that angle. Where else can we go? Let's have a look. So I love the little music in the background. Custom music and all that. Obviously this one over here will obviously cover anyone trying to sort of swing around towards this wall. Are there any other machine guns overlooking the area? That's the question. There probably are. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, there's one up there by the looks of it. See if I can just find... How do you get up there again? Probably, oh yeah, using that. That's right, you get those cables and you get to that thing there. So, plenty of machine gun nests. So yeah, the Allies, like I say, the Allies, in order to be able to win this, I think, probably are really going to have to concentrate on just pinning the Axis down at their spawn point. At least that's how it feels. Because I think once the Axis starts spawning here, it becomes more, well, a bit more difficult. Because obviously, once they get into this big open area, the Axis have got multiple potential routes they could go with lots of cover. And obviously that's not going to be good for the Allied team. So the Allies are going to want to get a man on pretty much every MG42, with maybe one or two supporting players beside each one. Either just to provide some supporting fire with rifles and SMGs, or just to, you know, be ready waiting in the wings should the guy on the machine gun get taken out, so that then another player can step in immediately and just keep the rate of fire up. At least that's how I'm seeing this map anyway. Okay, very interesting. So then obviously once... Hang on. Let me just go into spectator mode so I can have a look around, so I can fly around. Can I not move around? Oh shit, I don't want to... Oh no, I can't. Can you really not move around in spectator mode? I would have thought you could do. Free cam? Apparently not. Never mind. Alright, so I'm just kind of curious and going back to the Axis team for a moment. Just blasting my way through a few things. And just getting back to where the boat is, just so I can take another look at that sort of location. Excuse me, can I not be an Axis player, please? Please, let me be an Axis player. There we go. I had not actually clicked the weapon. I'm an idiot. You're probably all face-palming just then. Yes. So yeah, like I say, it's interesting to see a old map based on a film. Maybe I'll have to Google this afterwards and see if I can find it, find out what it's all about. I wonder if it's actually a war movie. Interesting if it is. No, apparently some of the Axis players can actually spawn up here as well, which is interesting, because then they can get an immediate arc of fire on any Allied players down there. Alright, they can just jump like this as well for a cost of just 10 health, which is also quite interesting. Alright, so if I run over here, hang on, let me just try this again over here, because clearly it doesn't need dynamite, it needs a grenade. So can you just blast through that with a grenade? Answer is no. It looks like it only opens when you get round the other side of it. Okay, well that's fine. So in the meantime, let's just get over here to this wall and blast it open, and just take another look around here and chunk.
Dynamite planted.
There we go. Let that explode in a second. Yeah, I just want to take another look at the boat area just to see, because obviously there's two ways into it. And in fact, whilst I'm waiting for that one to blow, I could blast open the other one, couldn't I? Come to think of it. so I might as well. So I'm just curious in terms of whether the Allies technically have a way of getting back into the boat area before the Axis actually get to it.
Dynamite planted.
I don't know. Or maybe they just auto-spawn the moment. They just automatically start spawning the moment one of these gets blown open. You know, let me see about that. If I just go like this, put myself onto the Allied team, I think that dynamite should eventually go off, right? Aha! Where the hell am I now? Oh yeah, spawn here, on one side of the boat. So I guess that happens, yeah, like I say, the moment an entrance gets blown open, the Allies will start to spawn here. So I assume that the moment the Axis sabotage one or both routes in, maybe it's just in the interest of the Allied players to just insta-suicide themselves, so they can quickly respawn in here, maybe? Well, actually, maybe not, I don't know. Or if maybe they know that the Allies have got some, the Axis rather, have had some dynamite down for a while. So they've got a machine gun over here, which doesn't have a large amount of fire in terms of over there, but okay, I mean, I guess that's like a last ditch in case anyone comes up on the deck and he's trying to get to that back stairway. Probably. Or if anyone's trying to sneak up on here, this way, I don't know. So that's a possibility. God, those are some big trucks, they are. Oh, look at the lockdown there, wow. Check out the big friggin' sea mines down there. It's the edge of the world, but I like it. God. I really do love the design of this map. It is just really interesting. Like I say, clearly a lot of effort's gone into it. So you've got like this weird little location over here, which I guess is like a convenient little sort of sniper position for anyone trying to get in through there. So you could get maybe one or two Allied players hidden around this side. Though to be honest, you could probably get some Allied players actually on the boat itself, just on the bridge. Because let me check something here. Let me check. If you go onto the bridge here, look around the back. Let me just see. Oh, well, oh, they can just shoot through the windows though. Interesting. I was wondering if maybe the windows were bulletproof. But yeah, I suppose you could get a couple of guys maybe just hidden in the corners like this one covering that entrance there. And then maybe someone else over here. Because obviously anyone stood by the bridge windows there is probably going to get their head shot. Because obviously the Axis players will probably see them and will just shoot through the windows. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Wow, you could actually probably shoot down through there at anyone coming up the stairway as well. Yeah, so we've got the machine gun nest over there. But that's close to where the Axis potentially can come through. So that's, I don't know. I imagine the Axis could try and get someone on that just to cause a bit of a headache for the Allied players. That's what they could aim for anyway. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's actually really a great many machine gun nests other than... Where was that one that's hidden behind a window somewhere? Is it in here somewhere? It's in one of these, isn't it? I can't remember which one. That one. It's that one, isn't it? Yeah, there's the machine gun in there. So that's a hidden one. But the problem is, you'd have to get another player just to protect the machine gunner. And obviously if the Axis are trying to get up there, flamethrowers and grenades would probably be very effective at smoking out, Allied players out. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, it would be in the interest of the Allied players just to get some people up here covering these doorways. Potentially, I don't know. So the Allies would probably need to find some sneaky locations in which to hide troops, maybe some over there, hide players even. And maybe one on that machine gun there. Though I don't see it being of much use to them, in all honesty. Yeah. What an interesting map. Okay. Is there anything else in this area that's worth just noting? Why is It's an interesting design of interesting boat design. Like, is that supposed to be the bows over there? Because I thought that was supposed to be the front of the bridge, but then I realised, hang on, the funnel's there. That's a weird location to have a funnel. Okay, maybe this is meant to be the front of the ship. Then again, it's got like funnel things there as well. What a strange ship design that is. So what is this thing here? Can you actually climb up here? It looks like you can. Yeah. Here you can. Okay. Oh god, it's awkward to climb up though. Okay, yeah. So... Oh, what's in here? Huh. This area. Oh wait. Machine gun nest over here. Oh, it's this one. It covers this area. But in order to be able to get to it, you need to be in the boat area, though, don't you? Ah, maybe the Allies start spawning there once the Axis have captured the flag? Is that it? Is that where they start to spawn? So maybe they can get to this machine gun nest. Interesting. I'm imagining that might well be the case. Maybe we should test that in a second once the clock runs down. Very curious. Like I say, a very imaginative little map. I really do like it. So where does this go through again? This just goes through here, doesn't it? To this area where they got another machine gun nest covering this garden. And this obviously goes through to area up here. Yeah, which is now completely open. So I imagine the moment you get players in there, that door just disappears. It despawns. Okay, right. I see. Okay. Yeah. Alright, we'll tell you what, I'm not going to wait for the clock to run down because I've been going for a while. I think that'll probably do for a little bit of a spotlight on an old RTCW multiplayer map. Let me know in the comments if you ever played this back in the day, when people used to play RTCW MP. I don't know, I'm curious, because last I saw, people commented saying that RTCW multiplayer has been through a bit of a renaissance, and that there are people who still technically play it these days. So it'd be curious to know, is that still very much the case? Is it still undergoing its little resurgence and all that? So I hope you enjoyed this little spotlight video, ladies and gentlemen. I really hoped it was a single player map at first, but then again, I don't mind a multiplayer map spotlight and all that. And like I say, this would be an awesome map if you could convert it into single player. Just, put a few enemies in there and whatever. Have like a story where the Allies have to, I don't know, steal some Axis documents and get to the boat or something like that. And yes, I'll definitely be Googling City of Lost Children after this to see what this French film actually is. Is it a war movie? Or is it like some other kind of movie or something? I'm going to assume it's a war movie, essentially.
2 minutes to get out of there, soldier. Move it!
Yes. Alright, well, we'll wrap up here. Facebook and Twitter links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is, of course, always appreciated. Other than that, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Jeez. God, you're as hostile as quite a lot of the other people, aren't you? Oh, hello. Underpass. This probably takes us back. Oh, shit. It's going to give me a sanity hit if I come closer. Yep. Yes. I guess, luckily I saw them just before it gave me the sanity hit, so then I knew what I was getting myself in for. Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? This appears to be,
It's blocked. I can't go that way.
Ah! Dock Street, hello. This is where we are now. Going to the signs, yes. What about this door? I think this is the one we have to... Yes, this is definitely the one we have to go to.